Hey guys, welcome back. Sun came up again today, like it does every day. Last couple videos we're being a little silly. On this one we're going to get a little more serious. We're going to get a little deep, as you can hear from the background music. So, see you in a second. And it's Saturday, it's practice day. No messing around now. See you in a minute. Love you guys. Too many chords. Alright guys, today we're going to look at, had an interesting conversation today with a friend of mine, and we're talking about theory and some other things, okay? Now, we could spend, this could be a 3-hour long video, but we're going to sum this up to hopefully 10 minutes, okay? So I'm going to talk fast, follow along, okay? There's a reason why I chose this particular tone, okay? It's just a G, okay? You get the idea, okay? That's all it is. Just a G tone. That's it. There's nothing being added to it. It's just G. Except for a little chimey stuff. But you get it, okay? Now, when you're trying to construct music, what you're doing is you're going to find a tone, what they'll typically call like a pedal tone, or it's going to be your root note, or basically you're looking for whatever chord you're playing, the very first chord, or the very first note that you're hitting in a chord, okay? There's a lot of different ways of applying this. We could go on for hours on how to do this stuff, okay? But we're not going to do that today. I'm just going to show you something simple that hopefully helps you guys with your compositions, okay? It's something I've done for a long time, and I played with some really great people. You know, I played with an instructor at GIT for years, and he would always break down the music and say, oh, you did this because you did that and this and that and the other thing, and it gets too complicated and it becomes restrictive, because then you worry about too much about the math behind it and not actually the music. That's why I chose this tone, okay? Because it's more about the feeling and not the math, okay? But we're going to apply some math to it, okay? We're not going to talk about, why this is a sus4 and why this is diminished and why this is major. We're just going to talk about, apply a little bit of math to the tone you're hearing, okay? And I hope this helps you guys, okay? Real simple stuff here, okay? Just follow along with me. Now, I purposely chose this tone, being a G minor. I'm going to go down this path, G minor, and I know I'd never play in G minor, ever. So, that's good, because we're all learning together, right? So, hear me out on this, okay, guys? So, if we take a very simple pattern, now I'm not even going to get into the theory of this, because I don't want everybody to get confused on this, okay? We're going to take this simple run here, and I'm going to talk in math terms, okay? So, we're going to use our fingers. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? In this pattern, I'm going to do a 1, right? A 1, 3, 4. We're going to go down one string and go 1, 3, 4 again. Okay? Now we're just going to focus on these set of notes in a 1, 3, 4 pattern. If you really want to know where I'm going with this, it's technically a minor, but we can change it, and then everything gets complicated. That's why we're not going to do that, okay? So, we're just going to go 1, 3, 4. Okay. Now let's take our time and settle down a little bit. Let's see if we can find the same set of notes. Trying to make this as simple as I can. So, okay, so we just literally moved up 3 octaves just within this section of your instrument, okay? Now I know that might have been a stretch for some of you guys, and you're like, oh geez, what did he play? Don't worry about that so much, okay? This stuff, you'll figure it out. But I don't want to spend a lot of time on breaking that down, because we don't want this to be 4 hours long, okay? Now, just within this pattern, we have these notes, we know. So maybe I can change these notes around a little bit. See, I'm still using these, except now I'm just going to go. Okay. Same 3 notes. I'm only picking out the notes that are out of here, okay? So the fret markers, if you want to follow along, obviously is 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6. Okay? So we're only focusing on your fingers. A 1. What's this one, guys? A 3 and a 4. Now I'm going to try to find all the patterns that I can just randomly come up with within that pattern, okay? So we can just do anything, literally. Okay, same thing. I only use these. Now, that's kind of a minor feel. Let's say we want to go for a happier feel, okay? Now again, we're just using a G as a drone tone, okay? Now we know this tone, right? This tonality. So we're only using these notes. Now let's change the feel, okay? And this is kind of where your guys' theory, where you're overcomplicating things. So I'm just trying to help you, okay? So if we're going to go down more of a happier feel, I'm going to choose this pattern, okay? Let's not worry about what it's called, because it's going to get too complicated. Let's just change the pattern. We're in G still, okay? We're going to change the pattern, though. I'm sorry, G is the root note. We're going to change the pattern, though, okay? Technically, he's going to change the entire key, but you're not worried about that, okay? Okay, so here we just did same. We're doing a 1, 2, 4 fingering. In this particular thing, we're just doing, on the frets, we're doing 3, 5, and your dots, right? 7. Same thing. Let's just take a completely another random pattern, okay? Let's say we're going to do something kind of a little more fun. I know what it's called. We're not worried about that. We're just focusing on something very basic and very simple. We got a G drone, right? Maybe we're going to go here. Here we're just going 3 on the frets here. We're going to go 3, 5, 6, right? 4, I know, 5, 6. So we can look at different patterns within that, you know. So that's a couple of very simple basic patterns that I'm trying to get you guys to kind of concentrate on. Just know if theory can be very, very challenging, but don't let it box you in. Okay, there's a problem I had with this years ago. You need to know some theory. That is not what I'm saying. If I didn't know any theory, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing, okay? That is not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is you can break it down to more of a mathematical style of playing, instead of worrying about why this chord now just became into this particular key, and now why this particular key is now evolving into another key. And there's going to be this big string of complicated movements in theory land that it's all going to have a name and it's all going to have a structure and why it became that. But what I'm trying to say is just relax a little bit, play what you're feeling inside, and just know that if you went down this path off of this drone tone, we're just using a G for example right now, you can use E, A, whatever, you know, any tone you want, and just know that feeling that you had when you played over that particular drone tone or that particular chord. Okay? So if we just take a simple, you know, very simple chord like this, we can do a lot with this obviously. But it's what feel do we want to apply to it? Do we want to apply this? Or do we want to apply this? Right? Or do we want to apply this? So I hope that kind of made sense. What I do want you guys to focus on is your octaves, just in this area. This is going to apply all over the neck, trust me. But if this helps you a little bit, right? Okay. I hope that made sense. If it didn't, you can comment below and just Facebook message me and I'll walk you through some of this stuff. But just trust me, it's really, really, really going to help in your compositions, okay? It's really going to help what you're playing. Other than that, I love you guys. I hope this helped a little bit. Practice. Have a good Saturday. Later.